I think that's my, I don't know, 10th or 12th cup of coffee today. Good evening, everyone. It's been a very long day. I say good evening. I think this video is probably going to go out tomorrow, which will be Sunday. It's been a very long day today. This video, you saw the thumbnail. We need to have a conversation. I think this video is going to be for two people. Number one, you DIY guys that love to order your parts and do your own work at your house, which I'm going to tell you is commendable. That's actually one of the reasons why I started this channel, is because I wanted to help you guys. All right. The second reason is people have, even if they don't work on their own bikes, sometimes they have problems with their bike and they're looking for answers as to why they had those problems. And a large part of this channel is to help people understand why it costs what it does to repair motorcycles, why it costs what it does to build those motorcycles, and what problems can arise requiring the repair. It's the one reason I started the channel. But to help you DIY guys and stuff. So I would like to say that the people that need to watch this video are you guys, you DIY guys. And the second is shops. I'm going to boldly say that I believe I can speak for every motorcycle shop in this video. So stick around. Our world has changed forever. A couple of years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. You guys know what I'm talking about. Ever since, there have been rising costs. It's insanity. A decent Big Mac now will cost you 15 bucks. But as a business owner, when you think of things, a responsible business owner anyway, you think of things like liability insurance, product liability insurance. You think of, shopkeepers, that sort of thing. We think of things like Loctite. This bottle of Loctite cost twice yesterday what it did 3 years ago. We think of things like uniforms, labor costs, everything. Factor everything in. And I want you DIY guys to pay attention to this first. I mean, understand from a shop perspective here. All of us, for the most part, work for a living. Money is damn hard to make these days. I say this to customers. Many of you customers, I'm sure you'll agree if you want to leave it in the comments. I say this to everybody. Money's damn hard to make these days. And I work damn hard for mine. I know you work hard for yours too. But we have to have a very real conversation here. Time. Time, I don't want to, man, I hate to get philosophical because we're a motorcycle channel. We're not a philosophy channel, but I kind of feel like I need to do this. Let's get philosophical for a second. Time is the one single most valuable commodity we have as humans. It's the one thing that we have available to us that we don't know when we won't have it available. It could change like that. We have no more time. It's the one thing that once we lose it, we can't get it back. Time means everything, right? Just yesterday, I received 43 phone calls in one day. 43 phone calls. I get an average of 75, give or take, emails a day. And I had 43 phone calls. Let's think about that for a second. That's a lot of time, right? No, I did not answer the vast majority of those phone calls for one very specific reason. Because I have a shop full of motorcycles. Motorcycles owned by people that have a great deal of respect for me, my time, my professionalism, and the quality of work that I do. The fact of the matter is, those people that are my customers, the people that have entrusted me to work on their motorcycles to make those modifications, and those people that have chosen to purchase parts from me if they're a DIY person, they are the people that deserve the most respect. They deserve the attention. They should be first in line. But yet I received 43 phone calls from people yesterday, and the average number of emails that I get every day from people looking for tech advice. Let's put that into perspective for a second here, guys. There was one particular phone call that I did receive from a person that prompted me to make this video. Because I don't want to call him out publicly, I think that's very disrespectful and quite honestly unnecessary. There was an individual that called me and asked me for advice on one particular aspect of something that he was doing himself. And one of his comments was, I've called multiple places and no one can give me a straight answer. So I thought I would call you. My first question was, why didn't you call me to order the parts? And it was because he saved money by ordering it from this other person. And then my next question was, well, why didn't you ask that person this question? He did. And he called multiple other shops. And the reality of it is, in calling multiple other shops to get the answer to a question, he did not get the answer he wanted. So he continued to call multiple shops. Now, let's collectively think of that for a minute. A decision was made to do business with one place because this individual is a price-driven shopper. When they needed a piece of technical advice, they couldn't get an answer from that individual that they received a discount from for purchasing those parts. So they called another shop, and then another shop, and another shop, and another shop. Let's think collectively the amount of time that was spent by other shops talking to this individual who chose to do business with one person, and he wasn't satisfied with the answer that they gave him. Now let's think about time. Remember, money's damn hard to make these days. This individual trusted that person to buy their parts because their price was the lowest, but this person also did not trust any answer he got from any other shop, so he continued to call more shops, hoping to get to the point he got the answer he actually wanted to hear. Yeah. Here's where I'm going with all this, guys. Money is damn hard to make these days. I've said it a million times. I work damn hard for mine, and I know you do too. And I respect your effort to save money where you can to build the bike that you want to have. But understand, when you get a discounted price for a part from an online discounter, reseller, whatever the case may be, you are making a compromise, and you should be willing to make that compromise without expecting other professionals in that industry to guide you along the way when you have a problem, when you have chosen not to do business with them. This is a reality. We love helping people. I love helping people. That's why I have this channel. I wish I had more time to answer all of your comments and all your questions, but I simply don't. I have to make a choice. The people that have chosen to do business with me and support me and this business and my livelihood to put food on my table are the primary people that deserve the most respect, time, and attention. Everyone else, sorry. Well, this individual, I wanted to help him, but I asked him one simple question. Why don't you call the person that you ordered the parts from? His response was, I didn't trust his answer. But you trusted him to do your machine work and to sell you those parts, but you don't trust his answer that he gave you. The person replied to me angrily, that's very poor customer service. Well, the only thing I knew to say was, you need to be a customer before you can expect customer service. Here's where I'm going with all this, folks. The motorcycle industry is a very ego-driven industry. We, as business owners, we want to help people. We want to earn your business. We want to provide a superior level of customer service. But that's a key point. You have to be a customer before you can expect to have customer service. So for you DIY guys, I want you to understand, if you are getting into a realm, I don't know what your mechanical abilities are, okay? But if you're getting into a realm of something, some modification on your bike, regardless of what it is, and you've never done anything like that before, or you're unsure of your capabilities, it is absolutely unfair and unreasonable for you to think that you should be able to order a part from an online discounter, get a discounted price, receive your part, and then just be able to pick up the phone and call any motorcycle shop to get free advice when you have a problem. And the reason most people do that is because when they purchase those parts from those online discounters, they can't answer the tech support questions because tech support is expensive. It's time. It's that most valuable commodity that we can't get back. I say that to say this. No, I don't have a ton of parts on my website. The reason? I don't have time. I don't have time to list every part that I could possibly sell everybody on my website so they can go in and click a button and order that part. What I do have is the ability to sell any part to anyone in this industry. I am a dealer and distributor in many cases for virtually every company in this industry. And I can get anyone any part that they need. And I am willing to provide a very high level of customer service for someone, tech support, things like that, when they do business with me and when they order those parts from me. It can take an email. Hey, I would like to order this part. Great. Tell me about your bike, all these things. And we take that tech support and that customer support to a very high level. I would venture to say that most motorcycle shops in this industry would tell you the exact same thing. And there is nothing more frustrating than receiving endless phone calls from people that bought their parts somewhere else. When you get an unexpected or maybe an irritated response when you ask those questions and call a local shop, it's not because they don't like you. It's not because they're not a nice person, and it's not because they don't want to help you. It's because you, as a consumer, chose to buy your parts from someone that could not provide you with a level of tech support that you may very well require. Then you, as that consumer, expect a shop to give up their time, their single most valuable commodity, to you for free. That's not fair. But it is what it is. The best advice that I could give you as a DIY guy: buy your parts from someone you would trust to do the work, someone that you would trust to install those parts for you, someone that you would trust their advice explicitly. And when you buy that part from that person, you need to rely on that person for your tech support. If the people you buy the parts from can't provide you with that tech support, then you need to buy your parts somewhere else. Sometimes that means you pay full price, full MSRP. But there's value to that. Tech support is expensive. Time is expensive. It's the one thing we can't get back. So for you guys that are interested in ordering your own parts, all you got to do is send me an email. sales@baxtersgarage.com. Tell me what you're looking for. I'll get back to you with a price, but I'll also get back to you with questions because I want to make sure that you are getting the right part for what you need. And when you get that part, if you need some help, yeah, I'm going to be available to help you too. Just like many other shops in this industry would be. So guys, thanks for listening to my bit of a diatribe here. Yes, I would love to answer all these YouTube comments. I would love to be able to answer everyone's tech question, regardless of where they bought their stuff from. But the reality is, I'm a one-man show now. And I owe respect, time, and attention foremost to everyone that has chosen to do business with me. All these wonderful people that their motorcycles are here and they've been waiting a very long time. They deserve the level of precision. They deserve that level of time and attention to making their bikes as good as it can be. I live, eat, and breathe this stuff 7 days a week, 12, 14 hours a day with basically, you guys might see the shirt here. I did join the local volunteer fire department, and we get maybe 1, maybe 2 calls a week, give or take. And that's a wonderful distraction for me to be able to get out from the shop and hang out with some bros and help the community. It's a wonderful thing. So I do get to do that. But for the most part, time, yes, is my most valuable commodity. If you want to order parts from me, it's wonderful. I'll help you. I'll do anything in the world for you. But if you bought your parts somewhere else and you're just calling me for advice, you can pay for that time. There's a link on my website for a consultation fee. And I'll be happy to talk to you for a fee. But if you've chosen to buy your parts somewhere else, don't tell me I provide poor customer service when you're not even a customer. I wish all of you the very best. I think over today or tomorrow, I'm going to release a video on shipping parts. It's a topic I have never done a video on. Shipping your parts to a machine shop to get them worked on, shipping your motorcycles to a shop, the most safe and effective way. And I'm actually going to tell you a disaster story where a guy's engine was completely destroyed by a common carrier. So I'm going to give you a little advice on how to ship your parts. And I'm even going to show you a couple of funny videos from my buddy Mike Beelan at A1 Cycles. He does a video series on Facebook, I think. He calls it the Box of the Week, and it's quite humorous. So that video will probably go out tomorrow. Guys, thanks a million. And if you're a shop and you think what I've said is applicable to you, feel free to share this video just so people understand what we're dealing with. I appreciate you guys very much. Ride safe, take care of yourselves and each other. For me, I'm not going to eat a $15 Big Mac, but I think I am going to go get a bite to eat and go get some sleep and start this all over again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and each other, guys. Have a good one.